Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Hicks coming at you here at Midday Money on a football Friday. Let's talk some combine high jump numbers. Only kidding. What are they doing? Combine, underwear Olympics. That's the best thing I heard Mike Golick say. I called them the underwear Olympics. I love it. Anyway, like, subscribe, ring the bell here if you're watching Facebook, YouTube, the Winner Free Picks page, Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. Come on, say hello. I tweet the free picks out over there as well, so you can see them on that channel. And in the link here, you got the podcast link, so you can listen while you rub yourself down in the shower, put me on Bluetooth, and be like, yeah, looking good today. A lot of winners on the board. You know, we go a lot of ways with that. And in your car, wherever you're going. And I got my promo up there, $31.20. Yes, it has not been the last couple good days. Where'd it go? 6-6, 8-8, and 10-12. That's the way we are rolling in this second week of conference championships. And I got the free picks up here. One ad this morning, everything else from last night. But it makes kind of sense. And I didn't even talk with Tim off air about this. So I started out. We were like at 60%. We were like 25-15, 25-17 coming into Monday with our college basketball. And then here come all the big boys. And I'm wondering why I'm sputtering wrong. Just boop, 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 boop. Here we go. Hey, look at this. I'm 4-3. Oh, I'm 6-6. I'm 10-12-1 here. Let's run through. Atlantic 10. 1, 2, 3, 4 seeds all advance. ACC. 1, 2, 3, 4 seeds all advance. Big West, 1, 2, 3, 4 seeds all advance. Big East, 1, 2, 3, 4 seed. Conference USA, 1, 2, 3, 4 seed. The MEAC, 1, 2, 3, 4 seed. Anybody seeing a pattern here? Anybody seeing a pattern in the seeding?
Have you seen the Big Ten though?
I didn't know. Well, they're not in the semis.
They're not.
Yet,
never mind. They're not in the 1, 2, 3, 4 yet.
They're not in the semis.
Today. Let's get it.
I got to get to the semis first. These are all semifinals. What's left? The MAC, 1, 2, 3, 5, and the 5 was a pick'em. That was actually one game we had. Ohio there was a pick'em against the 4 seed. Mountain West, again, it's a 1-5 game, but 2-3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 5. The 4, I had the 4 there in Nevada. That went to overtime. So again, Pac-12, 1, 2, 4, 6. A little bit of a change there. The WAC, 1, 2, 3, 5. Our Grand Canyon, we said we like the little Grand Canyon to take care of Seattle in the second round, and today we got them in the chat here. Where else are we going? The MAC. Here we go. The AA MAC. Mass chaos. 1-5 on the one side, and we get 10-11 coming out of the other side of the bracket. So a little confusion there in the AA MAC. And that one does not even shock me at all because, like, St. Peter's there, and they were like, whatever they were, 8-10 or 9-11, whatever, those kind of middle teams were kind of close. So you got a couple upsets. Okay. And the SWAC. You got a 5-8 in the top versus a 2-3. So you got a little bedlam down there. But that being said, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 2, 2. There. La, la, la. Let's go. Rutgers today. Nothing's changed since last night, except probably the lines might have changed a little bit. But I post these up when we do the midnight show. I don't switch them. That's not right. We don't come in. I could come in here and say, "Hey, wonderful." I guess the recap and the rundown will be the same thing. So, 5-8 in the video yesterday. It is what it is. I could come in and be like, "Well, let's switch these numbers around because Auburn would have been a push if you got them at 3 instead of a pick 'em here." No, I don't change the lines. The lines are there. We post them. We run with it. Rutgers plus 5.5. Michigan State minus 3.5. Tennessee minus 6.5. The Ohio Bobcats plus 5.5. Penn State, pick 'em. The U, Miami plus 3.5. And this was a game last night. So when I came on the show, it was 3.5. When I had in the afternoon when the line came out, I bet Miami plus 1.5. So I'm a big loser. Money on the line wise, at least. Texas A&M at a pick 'em. Iowa State at plus 170. Grand Canyon plus 120, and I added UAB this morning at a plus 105. So the Iowa State, again, yes, I came in here with a little West Virginia money line action because you have Kansas, the coach goes down. Maybe they're, worried, whatever, to assistant. Apparently not. But I'm going to come back in. And I had Baylor yesterday with Iowa State. Because this team, and when I did the preview, these guys have beat Kansas. They beat everybody. It's typical what we've seen out of the Big 12 when we see teams like West Virginia getting in, even though they're 7-12 in conference play, but yet they'll somehow they're safely in a tournament because they're in a great conference. Iowa State has beaten the good teams, but they've also lost the bad team in the Big 12. I'll take them on plus 170 here with all the whatever you want to call it going around with the coach. It's not a maybe it gets them today some kind of non-adjustment that Bill Self would have made that this guy doesn't. Conference tournaments, we were up $2, then we went to 0, and then we took a wonderful 0-5 the other day. I don't even know what day today is. Friday, so I guess that was Wednesday when Quinnipiac and the rest of the crew went down Nevada. So we're 4-17 minus $3, but we are still alive here because we got Clemson going here. Vermont, Fordham, and St. Louis are still playing. Michigan State and Indiana. UConn's alive. TCU is up there. Kansas is alive. Utah State. Actually, USC is gone now, so I got to cross that off. So now we are 4-18. So 4-18 because they lost last night. And now it looks bad. You're terrible with your futures. You're 4-18. Yeah, well, we're a play away from being even, basically. Any one of the dogs, Tennessee at 340 gets us basically even at 5-18. So that's why that's why we really don't run out and bet a lot of the. Okay, yes, we had Oral Roberts and who was that? Colgate minus 180, minus 225. I get it. Vermont minus 160. I understand. I may come back with a little lull though tomorrow, believe it or not. And how about yesterday? 0-2 in basketball with the NBA, but the Stars puck line plus 155, Blues puck line plus 185, Oilers plus 145 all get there. We do lose Kraken puck line, but that is still a nice $3 day there. So we had a nice positive day, and the 2 baseball games cash with the Sox and the Tigers plus 310, 170 Tigers. How about that Yankee under? Oh, look at that. Oh, Rodon's hurt. I'm shocked. Montas out for the year. Rodon is hurt. Wow, here we go. Where are all the Louis Gill backers? Is Louis Gill going to come up and get some playing time for the Yanks? That's the question we all need to know. All right, let's get to the comments here. I've rambled enough, and I didn't even get into my what the heck are the Jets doing trying to go after Aaron Rodgers. Like, why wouldn't you go after Lamar? And I said this before, and we'll get to the comments in a second. We have, the Garoppolo show can go to his old coaches in San Fran or Houston. But you put Lamar out there, and people are like, oh, it's collusion. They don't want to sign him. I think the problem is, I said this the other day here, the dude's his own agent. Let's be honest. These guys aren't going to call, and he doesn't negotiate contracts. Like, has anybody here, anybody in the union, anybody trying to negotiate a contract through collective bargaining and, like, say, well, I want this and this? I don't know what Lamar went to college for besides football and what kind of mathematics and law and things like that to work into these kind of contracts. I don't know. I don't like to operate on myself. I used to do my own landscaping. You know what? I got a guy who I never get the weed whacker work properly. I got to get the weed whacker work. Let me get a guy in there to do the job for me. Pay the money, get it done. What are you doing, Lamar? You're costing yourself millions. I know you want the Deshaun contract, but I don't think anybody's gonna give a Deshaun contract. I think they learned from the Kyler Murray contract that was bad, and this one, I don't think you'll get that, especially negotiating yourself. But what the heck are the Jets doing trying to get Rodgers? What a waste. I would take Tannehill over Rodgers for less money. I mean, how the heck? The guy retires, you're on the hook for $90 million. Yeah, go Jets. That's it. All right, I'm done. Jake, Alabama, minus 7.5. Purdue, the Purdue under 128 bad number on Bama, but I still like them to play much better. I don't hate the Bama game. I got Bama at 6.5 last night. And this, I'm probably going to fade a little Bama tournament time. I'll be against them. Here, though, they're still in the friendly confines of the SEC where they could insulate their guy from the outside world. So in that case, I kind of like them here. And a lot of these numbers, it looks easy. Like, oh, how do you not take Mississippi State? Alabama's looked bad the last few games. Now, sometimes you just got to play the gut. People ask, well, why do you like that? I just do. I just do. And it's some people are like, you know what? I'm going to run away from this guy. The guy's, he just says he's 500 this week. So that means we're down. But yeah, I do not like the dog in that spot. Purdue under. I should have did the under. Like, yes, I said Rutgers. I said whoever won the Rutgers Michigan game is beating this game. So I got Rutgers. I like the under there in that spot. I liked Rutgers as well. I got Rutgers. I said I'm taking who's ever playing them today. I got Rutgers today here at plus 5.5. We'll see how they do. Pounded Sports is in here. Bama's losing. Come in here talking your gibberish. Just nonsense. Come in here with this hate speech. Get the block out on this. Say Bama's losing. Come on. Unders are 59% Tuesday through Thursday. That's funny because I had under yesterday USC did not get there, but I did go, I think, 3-0 on the site with my totals, all unders. So I'm happy about that. College basketball totals have not been bad for me this year. The problem is that there hasn't been that many. Someone messaged me and they're like, hey, you got any totals that you really like today? I'm like, not really. Well, you hit them. I'm like, well, yeah, if I like them, I'm going to play them. You just don't play a game to play a game. You got to kind of like it and think you have some kind of edge on it. So yeah, college hoops totals 55 and 38, 59%. We had Southern Utah under last night got there, Santa Barbara under got there, and the Tennessee under got there. So not too bad there. But I had the pin under the other night. I didn't get there. That was bad. It is what it is on these totals. It is what it is, Miz. Lots of White Sox players missing playing Caribbean World Series. Go Cubbies. Cubbies all time group. We said that last night. I just don't want to lay. Today, I almost added late to the show here. I was going to add Pittsburgh, the Tigers, the Blue Jays, the Angels. You know what? I guess there's still time. I guess I can make a banner. We're here to bet, right? Why not? Let's get it on. Cubbies. That's what we like, the Cubbies. Probably take the Indians there. What else? I got no. I got my guy Luzardo on the hill for Miami. I'll probably take Miami as well. Let's add him in. I'm doing it. I'm going to add a banner. Hey, Tim, can you do the banner for me? I'll tell you who to put in there. Tell me when you're ready. Give me the thumbs up. Pirates, I think, are plus 155-ish. Tigers, minus 110. Jays, 155-ish. Angels, 130. You know what? I'm coming in on the Rangers minus 120. Cubs minus 115. Indians plus 110. Marlins minus 130. There we go. There we go. I can't control myself. I can't. Pat, Miami plus 3.5. Come on, Higgs. It's money line. You know it. You can't have the points. Well, here, when I put a lot of these up, there are no money lines sometimes at night. And I already had Miami at plus 1.5 on the sites, and for myself, there was no money line there. I came back and I got, as soon as the 3.5 came, I grabbed it because I was like, you know what? I got a bad 1.5. I'm going to take 3.5. I just can't. I can't do a money line when I've been losing, though, Anthony. It's. Now I have the Grand Canyon plus 120. That was basically a pick 'em. I just, when I'm having a bad run, I don't want to just force money lines thinking I'm going to get this money line. Because I haven't been catching any of these. I'm 70-33 basically the last 7 weeks. 8 weeks now, as it's the 10th of March, going back to the end of January. 7-33, losing between a half and like 2.5 points. Like I can't go money line. If I money line those, I'd be 3 and 100. You know, like that's the way the ball's been going for me. I can't. I need every point right now. Miss Toledo over. Oh, Toledo. Oh, Toledo, don't you cry for me. I'm gonna look at an under here. Although I do have the Ohio Bobcats again. I'm thinking they're gonna battle here. I'm gonna battle. I know you like your overs, Miz. You are the Ms. Mac over machine. Eastern Shore over. A lot of overs now, huh? Someone just mentioned the unders, and here we come. Eastern Shore. It was a 130. Maryland Eastern Shore is over 139. Oh, I look. You know what? I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm like, what the heck? It was 130. It was 140 and a half. I was like, oh my goodness. All right, I don't hate that one. Indiana Hoosiers, sure. Sam Houston. I am on the other side with a little Grand Canyon. I like Miami. The Duke over. I don't hate the Duke over because I don't think they can play back-to-back, so I think Miami's going to score on them. Take the Greats in the house. Party. Michigan State over Ohio State. I got Howard money line minus the 120 instead of laying the 3. I get it. The Vols, yes. Under UAB, North Texas. I don't hate that. And the over 123 and absolutely Grand Canyon. Hold on a second. Tennessee minus 6 and the under UAB. Tennessee 6 and the under. UAB and the over. Got it. Yeah, any Tennessee game, I could kind of tend to an under. Had that yesterday there, sure. North Texas under, sure, and Grand Canyon. We got you. Facebook friend Brio, what do you say, my guy? Welcome, good to see you. Great. Kansas was a hard play and it cashed. Yeah, not for me. It did not. Best bets team money's in the house. Oh, my friend, I was wrong about the Knicks and K-State. I just mentioned it at the start of the show, or maybe it was Tim offline. I said, someone yesterday was like, "Hey, it should be illegal to have the Knicks and K-State at plus money." That's the kiss of death. Although, where's Les? Les came in here with a couple winners. Les Meyer. I can't get behind Penn State despite the momentum. Northwestern normally not in the spot. Closed home. Northwestern, I understand. I don't hate that spot there. I just think Penn State's a little better. I mean, I guess gut-wise, I could have leaned Northwestern because it's in Chicago. Team money. Iowa State money line was a lock, but now it's Rutgers time. No, I don't hate Ohio State. Oh, yesterday was that for the Baylor game. Iowa State's a tricky team. I just figured, yeah, they're a Jekyll and Hyde. But Baylor coming off a bad loss to them at home, I figured, all right, we'll get our payback here. All right, no big deal. No, not meant to be. And Rutgers, yeah, I'm on Rutgers with you here. And honestly, I would have been on Michigan here. We're fading the Purdue Boilermakers. Maybe they cover because of poor free throw shooting. I know. I had Miami. You don't got to tell me, Miz. And this is why, all right, watching games, live betting. I'm more of a box score guy. And this time of year, you should probably watch some of the tournaments, see how things play out, like momentum to the next day, kind of stuff like that. But I can't. It's just frustrating, especially when you're just in like you're going here. It's like boop, boop, boop. You're not doing anything. It's frustrating for sure. I mean, again, free throws crushed me there. I mean, I thought it was a win. I thought it was looking good. Michael's in the house. Good morning. Pound it. Lamar studied drama and public speaking. Too bad, fad public speak. When you're your own agent, and I'm all for hey, I'll be my own agent. Why am I going to pay a guy? you're negotiating like I want. Like think about it. I want seats for my family for the next 100 years. Like that's something I would ask for. I mean, okay, you're gonna have money, but I want no matter what's gonna happen, I want 4 seats somewhere or a discounted box, whatever the box is. I want 50% off. Like you want stupid things written in it, right? We hear about guys. Oh, I need my own suite on the road. Like I need this. That's why you pay a guy to do that. You got money, pay somebody. What are you holding on to your money for? You're costing yourself. You cost yourself. I'm going to do it myself. I do it myself. I end up putting my hand through the wall trying to hang crap. And then I got to pay somebody to come and replaster and drywall or whatever the heck they got to do. No, pay somebody, Lamar. T-Mine, Rodgers will make a run with the Jets, and that's why I see like New York needs. No. Listen, I'm just saying, I brought up Tannehill here. Just because of the fact that, I do not want Aaron Rodgers here for 2 first-round picks and $50 million. Why aren't you going down the road and getting Lamar here, who's 12 years younger? He's 12 years younger. They're what are they, 46 and 15 with him? What is his record as a quarterback? The guy wins. He wins with no wide receivers. Jets have a defense as good as the Ravens defense. And they have better playmakers on offense. They got a running back. They got a wide receiver. Offensive line solid. Put him there. Pay him his money. Here's your $40 million. All right, we'll guarantee him for like 4 years as opposed to 10. Here's $200 million guaranteed. You don't want it? All right. Well, I don't know. Have fun doing whatever you're doing. It's like the Correa contract. Good luck trying to get $400 million with your broken leg. Or whatever's wrong with Correa. Same with this guy. Timberwolves coming with well play. Houston minus 2,500. That's all they are. Laying 22. Lock of the year. Michael's coming in. Rutgers, yes. Miami, yes. Full game in first half. I got it. Wichita State. Oh, a little witchy versus Tulane. Wichita State has literally shocked me, and not just because they're the Shockers, but anytime I've went against them, they screwed me. If I have them, they don't do what they're supposed to do. I want to say I like Tulane here. Did not play it. And Penn State, yes, we are on Penn State. There you go, Penn State. We got them at a pick as opposed to the plus money for my, it's +2 now. People bet Northwestern. That's what happens when you do a show the night before. I don't come in with the best of lines. It is what it is. We move on, and I digress. Michael, thoughts on Boise and Utah State? Tough one here. I kind of like both of these squads. I had Boise yesterday pull out a miracle. That's my little Mordecai and Rigby. Anybody? Regular show? I love the regular show. 2 and 145 here. Is it? This game's Saturday, Mike. Moneyline Markel's in the house. I'm leaning Ohio State money line and Mississippi State money line. Just need one. Team money, I don't hate that line of thinking. It's March. Teams win. Are we gonna? Ohio State was still considered a favorite when they're losing 12 games in a row. They're a favorite over teams. So I don't hate jumping on them here. Now, again, I have a different side here in the video. Right? It is what it is. Here you go. Let's pump it up. Hello, Michigan State minus 3.5. That being said, you're getting 4 plus money. Mississippi State, same thing. A dog this time of year. I'm not going to say no to it. But on the same token, as I read off the beginning of the show, you're seeding all of them. I mean, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, everything. It's been a run of favorites. So you're money lining these dogs. Yeah, you only need one. I get it. Jake, shop around, tell me maybe we'll find minus 2,400 different books. Yeah, shop around that minus that big money on that.
I'll look around for that one. Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's a good one. Touche with that. Michael, I actually agree with Pound. I don't know if Bama is going to lose, but 8, I'll take 8. It just seems high. And again, right or wrong, and I've been wrong. I've been 500 this month or the last week. It just seems too high, like they want you to take Mississippi State. I don't know. Michael Brown's in house. Let's go, baby. How are you? Good to see you, my friend. Panda, add the Rays to your list for today. I thought about, when I looked at the Rays real fast, Springs is on the hill. I didn't have a line here. It did say there was no line for him against the Braves. So I didn't know. You can look at a line and kind of know who's going to be around. How do I feel about UCF? They played Memphis tough twice. I think Memphis, if Houston's going to lose, it's going to be to Memphis. I think I'll take Memphis money line next game in the championship. UCF, I'm going to bring up UCF here. Because they started out hot. You're like, oh, UCF. At one point, I think they were a ranked club early. And then they hit a run. Let me see if I can pull up their schedule. Central Florida. Past results. Here we go. So I'm going to go back to the start of the season here. 1, 2, 3. Why is that? 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 5-2, 6-2, 7-2, 8-2, 8-3, 9-3, 10-3, 10-4, 11, 12, 13. They're 13-4 or 14-4, whatever. And then here comes the pain. Loser at Tulane. Loser at South Florida. Loser at Houston. Loser Temple OT. Loser Cincinnati. So that's a 5 spot in here. And the Memphis, you talk about them, they played them twice. They lost in overtime the first time they played. So that's 5 losers. They beat Wichita and Tulsa. Wichita's and Tulsa's bad. Lose at Memphis 64-63. Lose at Cincy 73-71. UCF gets them again 82-75. Beat bad Tulsa. Lose to Temple by 2 on the road and beat bad ECU. And you beat SMU. Again, bad. So even at, I don't like it. You're beating really, Tulsa? I think Tulsa had like 3 wins on the season. They had 5 wins, Tulsa. So that, I don't like that. SMU, again, this is a 10-win team overall. I think they had 6 wins in the conference, 5 wins. It's Memphis. It's Memphis. It's always been Memphis. What time is this Memphis game? What is it? Is this line still 4? Or it's 5.5 now? I was gonna say it was 4 earlier. Now it's up to 5.5. Tells you all you need to know. Stay away. Memphis. Don't bet that UCF. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. UCF is 7, 5.5. Everybody's betting them. Everybody's betting Memphis. I don't hate it. I like Memphis. Michael, thoughts on Indiana? Maryland line has come down. It's Maryland to play. Come down. I got Indiana to pick them. How'd it come down? What did it come down to? Maryland on the road is bad. They're not good. I'll take the Hoosiers. If it's a sucker bet, so be it. I got Indiana at a pick. It's a 2. We'll see. Marquette's a 4 against a 5. I had to take the Shaka dog. Yeah, him as a dog is a play I like to be on. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Let me pull up my my brackets. I can almost flip these brackets to the backside, and then I could write down all the plays for the day. And save the trees. Where's the beast bracket here? Here we go. Here we go. How about 4 seeds? UConn. I was gonna say I saw a little tidbit. I think Mark Lawrence had this, that Big East 4 seeds run a 15-3 ATS run, but as a dog. Here they are favored over the 1 seed. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't not dislike the play at a 5. And as much as I have 14, 15 games today, I know we want to bet the bigger name stuff or stuff. If you don't get the 5, you don't got to bet it. That's rule number 1. Sometimes you don't got to bet the game. Miami look tired at the end of the game. Possibly. I just Duke's a young team. I want to see how they are in a back-to-back game. I want to see how they respond. Miami's just been disrespected the entire year. No one's given them any love. I didn't give them any love. I said, let's take North Carolina State and Clemson to win this conference. On top of the fact I said Florida State to start the year. So, Canes, baby, let's go. If you get good, maybe I'll get a Canes basketball behind me. Mike, I want to go Iowa State. I see 5-1 on my books. Kansas kill me every time I try to fit. They are a tough one to figure out. I mean, they're playing excellent. I really don't want to kind of fade good teams. But now maybe the reality of no coach's torment sets in. I mean, what is it? They're like, oh, it wasn't a heart attack, but it was a cardiac issue. What? I don't understand what that is. The guy have a stroke? Anxiety attack? What did happen to him? I don't know. Give me Iowa State. We got him here money line. They beat him already. They can beat him. It's been done. Xavier and Creighton. Xavier's favorite. I thought Creighton was favored here. Give me Creighton at +3 if that's the case. Creighton's a dog here today. Give me Creighton. Give me Creighton money line at 3.5. Holy cow! I'll take 3.5 and the money line in Creighton. Creighton in a rout. Wrong team favored. Moneyline Mark Hill. Marlins Moneyline Guardians. Yes, we got them. They're scrolling on the bottom. Although nothing else is scrolling. What do you do here, Tim? We gotta add these to the let's add them up here to the regular scroll-a-rolla. Here we go for some MLB. And we are scrolling with baseball added. Where are my comments now? Oh, what's happening? All right, groovy. Good spot today for NBA. Minnesota -4. I didn't even look at NBA today. Did not. I looked at NBA yesterday. I go 0-2. 36-44 in the video. Yeah, no thank you. Goodbye. No NBA for me, groovy. Michael, I really want to back A&M today, but why is the line 1? Because they don't get any respect. That's why it's 1. You know, you have a Arkansas team that just beat Auburn. People are like, oh, Arkansas is pretty good. I'm not a Razorback guy. I got A&M myself. Right there in the chat. It's scrolling underneath Maurice right now. Miami. Texas. There it is, A&M. Iowa State. I think race plays a factor in the QB because why was that Cool draft over Justin Fields? It was a clear number 2 quarterback behind Lawrence. You think Justin Fields is a good quarterback? They're thinking about trading him. I mean, what is that? I mean, yeah, let's not draft a black quarterback, but we're gonna draft like Sauce Gardner instead. You know, where's the outrage? Why aren't there more white cornerbacks? We need more white wide receivers. I mean, come on, Maurice, this is ridiculous. I don't know. I didn't like Wilson anyway. I sure as hell didn't like Trey Lance either. I mean, yet these guys perform. How about the kid from Florida supposed to go number 1 now? Is that a joke? Or Levi from Kentucky? I don't know. I've seen a couple highs of these guys playing. They like Zach because he put up a bunch of numbers. He looked okay. I mean, BYU plays a decent schedule. But come on. Has Fields looked good in the NFL? I mean, really, come on, Maurice. Has he looked good? I mean, I guess he would have been fine with the Jets because when they lost their running back, he could just take off and run the ball. I mean, nah, that's ridiculous. Lamar has no throwing touch. Well, I guess you don't need one when you don't have any wide receivers. Who's the last wide receiver they had? They traded him. They traded him to Arizona so Kyler Murray could have wide receivers. I mean, they traded for wide receivers to make that guy look good, and he's crap. He's terrible. That's how good Lamar is, that these guys win 10, 11, 12 games, and he's got nobody. I mean, come on. It's tough to have a throwing touch when who are you throwing to? Practice squad guys? He's nobody, and anytime they bring in somebody, everybody's always hurt. Turns into a mass unit over there. Rob Franklin's in the house. Good morning. I think I have to watch how I post on this channel. Screenshots may end up on Twitter. only crazy stuff ends up on Twitter. And I don't post the screenshots. That was Jesse Shule posted that one. Who's playing basketball today? The kid asked yesterday, Tim. Is there basketball today? Who's playing college basketball today? Team Money agreed. Some backdoor action going on in the NFL, but someone like the Patriots may end up alone. I don't see. That is just. I don't know if it's that. I think they're maybe say stuff for people like, you know what? I'm not calling this guy. Like, I'm not. He's not a contract negotiator. All right, that's my point of it. So teams are not be interested because they're like, you know what? I'm not dealing with a guy because your emotions are going to get involved. You can't have that. You got to leave. This is a business. You got to leave that crap at the door, Lamar. It's like arbitration in baseball. We saw it happen with who's that? Burns. They come in here. Guys like he's annoyed because they're like, well, you didn't pitch good for us. We didn't get to the playoffs. He's like, what the hell are you talking about? I had a 2 ERA. They're going to come in there and he's going to say, I want this deal. And they're going to kick his back and say, well, you miss these games and you need a little more out of you throwing the ball. And what's he going to say? Well, my owners, they wouldn't give me wide receiver. You think that owner wants to hear that his buddy who's wasn't doing the right thing to get a winning team on the field? Pay the guy to negotiate your contract. What are you doing? For a couple extra bucks? And that's really what it is. A few million? And the guaranteed contract, and that, let's be honest. They throw out guaranteed contracts, a lot of quarterbacks get them and stuff like that. Watson gets one for whatever the heck reason. And that's the whole issue here. People are like, well, they don't want to pay him. He's a black running quarterback. They don't like him. He runs. Dude, these teams are running, tripping over themselves for a black guy who allegedly, again, had 30 cases against him. And I'm pro Watson. Listen, people say whatever you want about somebody. Never went to court. I don't care. You pay somebody because I don't want to deal with the nonsense. You're paying my ass. Good. Don't talk about it. Leave me alone. Like, why are you doing this to me? So I'm a Watson supporter of the fact that there's no charges filed against the guy. But they were running to throw this through $300 million. So I don't want to hear like, they're shafting him because he's a black guy. They're not shafting because he's a black guy. They're shafting him because he is acting as his own agent and trying to negotiate. It's not that's I don't care what quarterback is. If it was anybody, I'd say that about. Pay a professional to do the job. You roofing your own house? No. Pay somebody to do it. How in God's green earth is it like Tampa or Carolina or the Falcons running this guy? I don't want to give up 2 first-round picks. Well, you're drafting a first-round pick for a quarterback anyway. And he's going to elevate you to the playoffs, which means it's not a top 10 pick. It's going to be a late teens or a 20-round pick. You worried about paying him? $35 million? Daniel Jones just got $40 million. The guy's trash. That's the going rate. That's the rate. Pay the guys $35 million. 26-year-old MVP. Now let's bring in. I mean, Maurice brought up. They drafted Zach Wilson because he's white. You're bringing a guy to New York who's like 9/11's an inside job. I'm not taking the vaccine because I don't trust it. I mean, come on. How's that going to fly in New York? People still are triple masked up there. Dates are great. Shockers, Wichita State. That's what I like to hear on a Friday. Yeah, you get it. Little Wichita State action. It is. Maryland has won 2 games in Big Ten tourneys since joining in Big Ten. Not only that, look at their road record. They don't win. I'll take Indiana. I think Indiana's a good team. Beginning of the year, I said Indiana's a good team. Marcos, if I had to kill my 25-leg parlay, 25-leg, you went 24-1? Moneyline Markel's coming in with a regular show. He loves Pops. Oh, Rigby. I love it. Hey, Rigby. Skips and Muscle Man. Hey. I like Muscle Man. He makes me laugh. Muscle Man. Mordecai and Rigby. Hamboni. Whoa. I'm gonna watch that. I'm not gonna watch basketball today. I'll go watch regular show on HBO Max. I knew I like you as my online friend for a reason, Markel says. Regular show. Dave's still at work. Can't go get out here and take down, make some money after yesterday's disaster. It happens. There's days like that. And Dave, as I ran down, like started to show the all the top seeds are moving on. A lot of favorites. Dave's in the house. What do you say here? Good afternoon. Any thoughts on these games? Iowa State, I like it. Bama, I bet it. Miami, I like it. Yes. And I like A&M, not Arkansas. Rob, quick question. I was on side prop with Batherstone from Ottawa. Shots on goal over 2.5. If he shoots and hits a goal post, it's considered shots on goal. Should be a shot on goal. He hit the goal post. I don't do shots on goal props. I mean, Tim might be better equipped to answer that, or if Nick's with him. A shot on goal. Where's we getting wild with Terry? I'm assuming you're shooting. Is it a shot on goal? With the goalie's got to save it to be considered a shot on goal? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm getting a thumbs up. Wow. Okay, that's bizarre. It hits the post. Well, Rob, there it is. I got that from Nick back there. He says a shot on goal has to be a save.
It has to be saved by the goalie. A goal, if it hits the goalpost, it's considered a shot off target, a shot not on net.
Wow.
It's the same as if they whiffed 3 feet to the left.
Another reason why I'll never do a shots on goal prop. Are you kidding me? It's harder to hit the post than it is a freaking goal. What are you telling me?
Yeah, it's still considered a missed shot.
Unbelievable. Matthew comes in. Not a shot on goal, Rob. Yeah, Matthew, I do not listen, hockey props. I just kind of do a little baseball props. I'm not jumping into I don't even like doing NBA people in here. Oh, first basket. A shot on goal prop. You tell me a shot on goal literally hits the goalie misses it, so he doesn't do his job. It misses his glove and hits the post, and it's not a shot on goal. Boy, another reason just to run away sometimes from betting. New to playing props. Rob, let me tell you, I've never played an NHL prop ever. There you go. There's a reason why right there. Pat, to clarify, I bet Mississippi State plus 7.5, but Toots put the kibosh on Bama. Oh, man. Freaking Toots. I'm going to have to message him if they go down. He'll get a random message. I don't even know if he has my number saved on the phone. I'll be yeah, thanks for Alabama, Toots. Do you like ECU plus the 23? No, I think the money line is the lock of the century, Bill. I'm only kidding. That's
Houston's the lock of the year. That's what I put
it's 23. I don't want to bet. I can't. I mean, I guess. Do you want to take 23 with ECU? I don't want to take 23, but I don't want to lay 23 either. Will Vandy beat Kentucky again? I don't know. Kentucky, when they played Kentucky, that was like a kind of like a little perfect storm for them to steal a win in there. Kentucky was coming off the they had 4 straight wins. Senior day, you figured it all pumped up. Let's be honest. They're probably drunk from the night before. So again, that was even on the last second shot, if I remember right. That was a late win for them. I don't know. Stackhouse has done a good job with Vandy, so I would take the points more Vandy than lay with Kentucky. UConn's -4. Yeah, I mean, I lean UConn at that number. I mean, they're the favorite to win the tournament. They're the 4 seed. Here they are favored over the 1 seed. But Marquette is a little dog like this. This is where Marquette's dangerous. Again, you don't got to bet it, though. Miss says, think Northwestern shows up today. Home crowd. It is a home crowd for them. I get it. I get that whole angle. That's why it's up to 2. Everybody's betting them. Ricketts in the house. Good morning. Eric's coming in. UConn, Duke, Creighton. UConn I can do. I like Miami, and I do like Creighton. Oh, lock of the year. Houston first half for real. Carolina scored 19 in the first half. Last game, Houston played everyone. Again, what's the first half for this? I mean, it's 20. The line is 23. They're going to be laying at least 15 or 16. They're not going to give you a 10. We know that's not happening. We see that in the NFL. Hope the Rutgers game goes under. I just hope Rutgers covers here. What do we got going on here? Now we got a game. So what's it? Tied up now? Fields is trash. That's Rob. Thank you. I don't think Fields is good. Rick, it's find a better agent deal with anyone who already done. Exactly. But if he had, forget about a better agent than himself, he had any agent. That's, I think, the number one problem. I don't think anybody, maybe other shows have talked about it. I don't know. I'm not watching ESPN or Fox Sports or any of these channels to see what they say. Has anyone said, why doesn't this guy have his own agent? Any of these talking heads out there saying he should go get his own agent? You don't think somebody's going to line up to represent this guy to get a chunk of 300 mil? I'm going to get 20 mil. Let me come in. Get my pen ready. Where do we sign? Wilson got broke off with a fat contract. Well, listen, you're the number 2 pick. You get a contract, Rob. Anybody in the top 5 is getting contracts. And they're not even like the old contracts, which were totally ridiculous. At least they kind of gave these guys, they reined them in a little bit with the contracts. Brickett says ECU 23 is a solid look. Houston will not have to waste energy. They'll win. Carolina has nothing to lose. Houston will jump out to a big lead and coast. Again, if you're doing Houston, I think it should be a first half kind of bet here. But it's an early game. It's a 1 o'clock starter. They're really going to, I'm not running a bet either side of that. I don't want anything to do with that. Probably because I have, Alabama going at the same time. So, Miz, Maryland Eastern showed up 2 weeks late when I made them my lock against Morgan State. Yeah. Please, I had Morgan State last night. Loser. Marcos. Higgs went 24 and I didn't make no money. Nevada. Again, I had Nevada. OT. I had them. I had the Nevada game. I get more spam calls. Momentum. What is that about? I block so many of these numbers. Michigan State, yes, I like Michigan State as well, Rob. Marco, I wear to be 24-1 thanks to Nevada. 24-1. Got done to show for it.
San Jose State, never in doubt.
Unbelievable. Jesse just going to show what Ross Benjamin gave out A&M today. I like A&M. I'm on them. Let's go Aggies, Jess. David. Hello, Sean and Tim. ECU's a lock. Here he is. You saw him with his ECU shirt.
The hell? Nuh-uh. Don't say that. I said Houston was the lock.
I like UAB today. I like UAB. And an under here as well. I kind of like the under here, Rob. Jesse, if any needs to be Kentucky to beat Tennessee and Auburn and 1-9-10. Yeah, they're playing good ball. They're playing good ball. I said to take Vandy here. I don't want to lay with Kentucky. Rob's coming in. Toledo -5.5. Foot on the gas for Toledo. He wears down Ohio in the second half. Well, one, I hope not, because I got Ohio +5.5. Nobody's feeling sorry for him. Let's be honest. You want a little respect from ownership in your boss. the fact that they didn't want to negotiate with him, and I have no problem with him sitting out the last couple games. They didn't want to pay him. Why are you running out to get hurt? He might have been fine to play because they said he was going to play, and then he ended up sitting out all those games at the end. He's probably like, why? I got to go out here and bust my butt for you. Like Garoppolo. He could have came back and played. He's like, get that guy. You guys were ready to kick me to the curb last August. You want me to come in and play here? No, thank you. I have no problem with Lamar milking injury. And any player, the player's probably like, hey, dude, you got to get paid. That's just wrong. Everybody wants their money. It's a business. I don't feel sorry for him. I'm annoyed at him. Like, get an agent. What are you trying to save a couple bucks for? I'm not a nickel and dime guy. Again, I think I've said this before. I'm not running out on Valentine's Day to buy $95 roses. That ain't happening. No, you're not getting $95. I don't buy my roses. Wife, I think I bought her flowers maybe 5 times in her life, and once I spent about $4,000 on wedding day flowers. All right, so that kind of makes up for flowers for the rest of our time together the last 20 years. But I'm not skimping when it says, "Oh, yeah, let me put my own windows in my house." What are you doing, Lamar? Get a freaking agent. You'd have a contract somewhere. Hey, I want to play Atlanta. You know what though? You got to get Chick-fil-A delivered on game day. So I don't know what you're gonna do. Heat it up in the cafeteria. I want Chick-fil-A. That's what you have an agent for. So you can get your suite, something for your family, all this other nonsense, all the nonsense that people don't know about that's involved in all these things. Ridiculous stuff. And there are. I know there's a site out there. Tim, have you ever seen or heard about it? You can go and they highlight players' contracts and all kind of nonsense. Like the family gets 15 round trip flights around anywhere in the world. They get that's kind of nonsense they put in these contracts. That's why you need a lawyer, an agent to negotiate these things. Northwestern -2. I'm on the opposite side there. I got Penn State out of pick them. Bad number. It happens. We'll see what, let them play, as they say in Bad News Bears. Rick Samar doesn't want an agent because they didn't get him there. He represents himself. His words. Not sure it would be politically correct talking to ESPN about him not representing himself. I know he doesn't have an agent. That's fine. You reap what we sow here, folks. You don't have an agent? All right. No one's going to deal with you. No one wants to deal with yourself. That's their prerogative. I'm not going to deal with this guy. And this is not offensive to Lamar because he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about when he negotiates a contract. I'm sure he kind of knows a little bit. He's in the business, right? He's plays ball. I'm sure he could do some research online, I guess, see what other guys' contracts are, or ask your friend, hey, so-and-so, can I get a copy of your contract, see what I can ask for? I guess that's the route you want to go. That's the route you want to go when you're trying to get $300 million? Okay. Rob Franklin, Northwestern clamps down on the PSU threes. Penn State one-dimensional on offense. I get it. Both of these teams, plucky. I see the Northwestern. It's Chicago. They're home. The crowd's going to go wild for them. Local team. They haven't been good in ages. I get it. Look at this guy, king of MLB in the house. Phillies -172 winner, including overtime. Pirates and Phillies. You're laying a 172 spot. I like the Pirates. I got the Pirates in the chat.
Including overtime? Does that include a tie?
A tie is not a win.
Yeah, no.
A tie is a tie.
A tie is a tie.
King of D. I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Including overtime.
Give me some Brubaker, baby.
Spring training game that has no extra innings.
Yeah. David, so I said that about ECU to work Sean up. He's an ECU fan. To work Tim up. Yes, he is. He likes ECU.
I will say I'm gonna head out because I got morning wood with Nick and Lenny.
That's what you said.
Three of us are taking. You know what? I'm done. See
you let yourself out, but I'm not even on the. I didn't see. This is why I didn't post on the Picks and Parlays channel. So if anybody goes to go Picks and Parlays channel, make sure you tell people come to win the free picks. I was telling somebody, and Desmond's got the pen and the paper out today. I said to someone, I'll go on Picks Parlays for free pick. It's a sister channel. It's the same channel. And people won't come to the Win and Free Picks channel. Like I go to the comments on both pages, they won't come to winning free picks. They're just set on the picks and parlay side. I don't understand. Jesse, anybody know Lamar got on the Wonder Lick? They're good. I mean, I'll tell you what, on the common sense lick, he's failing miserably. Pay to get it done. Pay to get it done. I don't understand. I mean, unless you know what you're doing, and this isn't something easy. It's not like, you know what? I know a guy could put a ceiling fan in. All right, hey, you want to give it a shot? Go for it. Maybe you only short out the fan in your bedroom. Negotiating $250 million contracts. Corey Jones checking in. Corey Jones, and don't take this wrong, everybody. Corey Jones, my number one fan. I'm his number one fan. My first comment ever. I remember it's February 17th, 2021. Corey Jones on the free pick show. It was Corey Jones. Toledo, Marist, Duke, UCLA. Your thoughts? Toledo, I got Ohio. Marist, no opinion on. I got Miami, and I'm on Oregon. So I'm against that on all those. I notice you have a bunch of favorites here. You should know I'm going to be on the opposites of those. Lamar will not get $300 million because he was hurt for 1 year out of the last 3. Everyone's 250 like Sean is getting that. And yeah, that's if I'm him, I'm saying you gave Daniel Jones $40 million. I want $45 million because I got an MVP. I might not be Mahomes for $300 million, but I'm better than this cat. You know. I mean, I like Lamar. And last year, I don't blame him taking off those extra games because of this particular reason. He's trying to get paid. He needs an agent, Dave. 100% he needs an agent. 100%. 100% needs an agent. All right, final rundown here. Why do I feel like it's a Saturday today? Anyway, Rutgers plus 5.5 already underway. Michigan State minus 3.5. Tennessee minus 6.5. The Ohio Bobcats plus 5.5. Penn State, pick 'em. Miami plus 3.5. Texas A&M, pick 'em. Iowa State plus 170 on the money line. Grand Canyon plus 120 on the money line. UAB is a plus 105 and added baseball. We got to. I'm going to pull up a different banner for that down here because there's, and it's scrolling. I don't need it to scroll. I need to pop up. Where is it? Here we go. All right. That's not it. There we go. Pirates plus 155. Detroit Tigers minus 110. Jays plus 155. Angels plus 130. Rangers minus 120. Cubbies minus 115. These are the Cleveland Guardians, I'm sorry. Plus 110. Marlins minus the 130 for Major League Baseball. And we are 10 and 10. Excuse me. 10 and 11 plus $10 with our baseball. That's because we went plus $3 yesterday, plus 310. When Daniel Jones busts up this year, it'll hurt him. The Daniel Jones one I could sort of understand because you're like, wow, we saw what this coach did to Josh Allen. Josh Allen actually regressed this year without him. Maybe Daniel Jones takes another step forward. Who knows? It is the going rate of what the quarterbacks get paid. 35, 40 mil, somewhere in that range. So Lamar should get that kind of money. No, Rob, no. Oh, I just like Memphis here. Excuse me. I'm wrong. I'm thinking about the Memphis Central Florida game. You want to take Wichita? I do not hate Shockers on a Friday. Euclid under. Yes, I do have the Ducks here plus 6.5 as well. All righty. And that's a wrap. We had a little Lamar needs an agent rant. And frustrating stuff for sure. What's he doing? Terrible. There's some baseball free picks are up. They're scrolling as well. I am out of here.